Hi, I'm Jennifer Davies with Bur Oak Studio, and this is a tutorial on the mosaic stitches of the Big Lake Creek wrap. I'm a couple rows in on this wrap, and you can see that I did the first couple of rows in a knit and purl ribbing, and then I jumped into the mosaic stitches. I'm making these opposite, so my stitches are opposite as I do each of the 4 row repeats. Such a simple pattern with no color work. You're only working with 1 yarn at a time. Love this I-cord edge. It gives a little bit of definition. It's a little getting used to leave those 3 stitches at the end of each row, but let's talk about that. I'm ready to do a main color row as we start the 4 row repeat. I'm using Brown Sheep Company and Noro Ito. So the first 2 rows are a straight knit and then purl, just remembering to keep those 3 stitches for the I-cord edging. So I'm picking up the main color here in the Brown Sheep Company and just knitting straight across. You'll see that the I-cord edge, that yarn does feel like it's hanging out there, but it does get taken in and disappears as you start heading across. I'm finishing the knit across in that main color, just keeping in mind I do need to keep an eye out for those last 3 stitches. I'll bring the yarn in front and then slip them to the right hand needle, setting up the I-cord for this side. I guess it's the left side if you're facing the front of the project. Bring the yarn forward, slip those last 3 stitches. Okay, I've turned the work. And now I am going to knit. You've got that tail sticking with the yarn 3 stitches back in there where you stopped to set up the I-cord. So this is for the I-cord edge on this side. You're going to knit those 3 stitches in the main color and then switch, bring the yarn forward and purl your way all the way back across to the last 3 stitches. Okay, I finished a row of knit and purl in the main color. Now it's back to the contrasting color. Again, it's 3 stitches back and it's gonna hide. It looks like it's kind of hanging way out there, but it's gonna hide when I knit it into that I-cord. So 3 stitches for the I-cord in the contrasting color. And then I'm gonna need to stop and double check where I'm gonna have those contrasting stitches this time. So it is going to be a knit 3 for the I-cord and then a knit 1 for my contrasting stitch and then slip 1, knit 1, and then slip 1. That just keeps that pattern going for me in this project so that I've got my opposite stitches going. And you just look for where that main color gets pulled up through, and that will help guide you to remember where it is. So now I'm finishing that row of knit and slip till I get to the last 3 stitches, bring the yarn forward, slip those stitches to the right needle, and then I'm going to turn my work. I have turned the work. I want to knit those first 3 stitches in the contrasting color to get the I-cord on that edge, which we're now on the wrong side. And then it's going to be knitting those contrasting stitches, bringing the yarn forward, slipping the pink, bringing the yarn back to knit the contrasting stitches. So this is the basic 4 row repeat, right? It gives you those cool knit mosaic stitches, knit both ways with the knit and purl of the main color in between. And you're just going to keep going these 4 rows, remembering those 3 stitches at the end of each to carry that I-cord up. Happy knitting!